Unfiltered by Jade.
Jade.
Welcome to the Unfiltered by Jade, where we educate, empower, and entertain. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, download, donate, and make everybody know about this.
Beats by RB Records.
Shopping assistance, your style, your budget. Our services include online and local shopping for individuals and businesses, personal shopping, purchasing of company and office supplies, importing and exporting small packages across Jamaica and worldwide, and helping you find unique gifts and items for all events and occasions. Contact us at 876-919-5195 or shoppingassistance2015@gmail.com. Shopping Assistance, your style, your budget.
Welcome back to the Unfiltered by Jade. Today we have with us here a special guest. Her name is Jenny Beckford. Jenny is the founder and director of Greater Elevation. She is a family well-being consultant and she is a parent and teen coach. Hi, Jenny.
Hi, Jade. How you doing?
I am great. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Awesome. So today we are going to speak on a topic starting over at 40 plus. Purpose and renewed identity. So I want you first to tell the audience, many people fear that it's too late to begin after 40. What are some myths about that where age is concerned and reinvention of yourself that you have?
Okay, so for me, I've had to challenge, saying to myself, is it really worth moving forward at this age? Why didn't you start when you were younger? You've got so much catching up to do. So those are a few of the myths that I was actually telling myself, and I had to actually turn around and say to myself, it's never too late. But yeah, those were the things that were coming up for me. Yeah.
What role did faith, self-reflection, and community play in helping you embrace this new version?
Okay, I think in terms of faith, I've always been somebody who believed in God. I was going to school, Sunday school when I was younger, but as I got older, I really leaned into faith. At times, my faith was a little bit weak, but as I started to go on that path that I really wanted to really look at stepping out at this age, I was really connected with God, and I felt that God was leaning on me to, I was called to go and do the things that I'm doing now. And actually God had given me, had actually spoke that to me. The Holy Spirit had said that to me. So in terms of my faith, that really, really pushed me forward to go forward. Community played a big part as well. I became part of a community which was led by a coach who is a Christian life coach. And that was the first life coach that I've ever embarked on. And just having a community of women that were on similar journeys as myself really, really helped me in terms of not feeling that it was too late to move forward and pursue what I wanted to do. Yeah.
Oh, so faith and community is important in helping people.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Awesome. Can you share a moment where you realized that you had outgrown the person you once were and needed to redefine your path?
Yeah, I think once I started to lean into the community, and started to really focus on up-leveling, just my mindset started to grow, Jade. I'll be honest with you. It started to grow and it started to expand. And that with really getting myself back into the words, I started to think back to how I was before, somebody who was quite defensive, making things quite personal. And I would say, I think on sort of the first year of really getting that support in terms of coaching, but also spiritual support as well, I started to really look back and say, I don't really want to be that person that I was before. But I said I would say that was a year into me really looking at it's time to move forward. And it just, as I started to get into that community, I started to change the way that I think. And some conversations, that I would have before, it was something that I really didn't want to entertain anymore. Yeah.
Okay. So you changed your circle in terms of the persons you probably around with. We changed your thought process, how you think about things.
Yeah, I changed my thought process about how I think about things. And I think what actually dawned on me as well is that people that were around me and knew the old Jenny saw that I was thinking differently in a new perspective. So I'll give you a quick example. For instance, there were times where before, if somebody says something to me and I would take it personal, I would get quite defensive or I'd be angry. But because I started to really do the work and I started to really just start to cultivate, like you said, a different thought process. Some people would say, oh, that's not like you. They expected me to be that person that was always argumentative, and I remember saying to somebody, that's just not me anymore. That's just not me anymore. And I don't want to be that type of person anymore. Yeah.
Nice. What practical steps can someone take when they feel stuck or unsure of who they are in this season?
What I would say is, firstly, don't let your past define your future. There's a scripture, I can't remember exactly where it is in the Bible, but there's a part in the Bible where Lot was with his wife and she looked back and she turned into a pillar of salt. So this is why I say, don't let your past define your future. You don't want to be held back. Yes, a lot of us, we do have a past, but remember that past can serve as a testimony to somebody who needs to hear that word, who may need an encouragement, somebody that may be in the position of where you were. Use that pain to propel you forward, to use it as a testimony to encourage other people. So that's what I would say. And I know some people may think, well, I'm at a place where not much is happening, but it's fine. Just don't look back, whatever you do. Even if it's you take one step to where you would like to be, that's better than just staying stagnant.
What advice would you give to someone who's afraid to take that first step towards change because of fear, shame, or self-doubt?
I would say get yourself around a community, whether that be in your church. Like for me, I'm quite fortunate to have a good few communities, one being my church, a few other communities that I'm in, making sure that you're surrounding yourself with people that are on the journey with you, other people that are on a higher level than you in terms of maybe something that you want to pursue, and making sure that you have, as well as community, make sure that you have accountability, have people that can check you, people that are not going to enroll into a story that you may make about yourself. So for example, if I was to say that I can't do this anymore, I can't support parents or teens anymore, I don't think this is for me, have somebody that can turn around and tell you, no, actually, you can do this and you will do this. Get yourself around people like that. Don't go it alone, because the worst thing that you can actually do is go it alone. And when you do things alone, you're far less likely to move forward, especially if it's new to you and you want to start a new chapter and pursue a new goal. Have people that can be accountable, that you can be accountable to, and get yourself with the community. Don't do it alone. That's what I would say.
And don't be afraid to show your true self.
Yeah, don't be afraid to be transparent, be authentic. People seem to think that if you pretend to be somebody that you're not really, that will appeal to people, but people buy into people. They want to see the true person. It's not all the time that everything's going to be going great, and people will appreciate that you are more authentic. Like myself, when I first started my journey, I was tell a lot of the parents that when I was parenting, my parenting was not ideal, because the first thing they think that, oh, somebody's going to come here to tell us what to do, and they're probably, better than me. And I told them my testimony. And when I tell people my testimony, they cannot believe it. But I say to them, there was a process, but always show people the true you, the true authentic self. There's a lot of things on the social media where people fake it till they make it. Don't do that, because people will find you out. It's much too tiring to pretend to be somebody that you're not. So it's just being open and being transparent and letting people see the real you. Yeah.
Important. Jenny, where is it that people can find you if it is that they want to connect with you, they want help, the coaching, they want to understand how how to get unstuck from where they are and how to move on from even where they are and start to grow.
You can find me on Instagram under Jenny Beckford, also on Facebook under Jenny Beckford. I have a Facebook community of parents. We have about 800 parents in a Facebook group, and it's called Elevating Parents to Elevate Teens. So yeah, and you can find me on LinkedIn under Jenny Beckford and on Instagram under Greater Elevation. So under 4 platforms you can find me.
Awesome. So persons who are looking for help to walk through the different process and to help them to start over, no matter what stage you are. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much, Jenny, for sharing with the community. That's important. It's never too late to begin. It's never too late to start over.
Definitely. Absolutely welcome. It's a pleasure.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And I want to say thank you so much to my listeners on the Unfiltered by Jade. And you'll be back next Tuesday. Thank you.
Bam bam bide, bam bam bide, badu bidi bam bam bide.